Let me tell you something crazy. I gained 135 followers in less than 2 weeks on X, and I didn't have to do a lot of buying followers. I didn't have to do engagement forms. I just did these simple steps, and you can do it too. The first one's a pretty big banger, and the first one is find large accounts and start engaging with them daily. So let me just show you some proof right here. Just for transparency purposes, I actually did start with, so I gained 135 followers. So I started with maybe 137 followers. And if you look at the analytics right here, over the last 4 weeks, I gained over 136. This is one right here. And I had basically just started out, so I had 0 profile followers. So look, I had some, but I didn't have any profile and it wasn't active, right? So here's the first thing that I recommend to do. And the first thing is to fix your profile. So I'm just going to go to mine. This might be the easiest way to actually show how to do this. And look, mine's not perfect by any means. I'm still working on it. But number one, fix your banner. Tell people exactly what to do. I help us founders turn DMs into inbox. So I have a free course. You can check out the free course. Make sure you fix your profile image. Doesn't really have to be anything crazy. Just clear picture of your face. I don't like AI avatars, but you can. I like to put something bright behind my face just so it stands out. Try to fix your name. Don't be anything crazy. Just have it as your name. People like to engage more with businesses. Next thing is make sure. I always say make sure that your ad is really easy to find. What I'm struggling with is sometimes you're trying to add someone because you're trying to link 2 people up and you can't even figure out what their ad is. So just make it your name. That's the easiest thing. And I always do this. I'm sorry. Before you do that, make sure you change your description. So your description should be helping SaaS founders turn DMs into X customers. I'm scared about losing my hair. Try to write something funny. Obviously I misspelled scared there. Crazy. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fix your profile, add a call to action, and then tweet a couple of times. So if you're not tweeting, but just tweet a little bit. And then here's some more action steps. So you're going to fix your profile, fix the image, banner, headline, call to action. Make sure you spell it right. Obviously I struggle with spelling. It's just something I'm embarrassed about, but it's true. And then you do the Alex Ramone's rule of 300. And what's the rule of 300, Michael? Well, let me show you right here. This is the spreadsheet that I take. And look, I've only been doing this for not that long. And I don't even get to 100 each day. And some of these days, look, I only made, out of 300. So what the rule of 300 is, do 300 daily. The rule of 300 daily, right? 300 minutes of content, 300 minutes of commenting, 300 minutes of outreach. So 300 minutes of outreach. Great. Cold. So typically what you need to do is you need to make sure you're commenting on people, and I'll tell you exactly who to comment on. You need to make sure that you're creating 100 minutes of content, and that's to post on Twitter, which is my platform, which I really like, or it's any YouTube or whatever. And then you need to do 300 minutes of cold outreach or just outreach. So reaching out to people and just say, hey, how are you doing? Just talking to them, right? And what this all boils down to is you're creating engagement. And then because you're engaging with people, the platform likes it. So it's going to serve your profile more. So it's going to serve your posts more, which means you're going to get more eyeballs, which means that people are going to see you more often, which means you're going to get more followers. It's just a simple fact. So continuing on, so do the Hormozy rule of 300. If you want this spreadsheet to follow along, just reach out to me on Twitter, I guess. You got my username now. Okay, real quick. So basically the way that this works is you have this graph here. How do I zoom in? Of course I can't zoom in. You have this graph here right here, and this is just going to show you, I like just to see, what days, like this day I got 100 minutes of content. It was super good. But most of the other times, not really that great, obviously. And then I'm tracking my Skool community. So I have that third metric over here. But what I also like to do is I like to, make a note. So I started a new community for my Skool community here, a new drip community here, and I'm getting off into the weeds. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go up here and you're just going to create a new one, a new line, and it's going to go, I don't know, in sequence down so that you can the top one's always just going to be your new one. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to put 11, 13, and 24. And then you just write 100, how many ever minutes you did. Look, I don't have a timer. I just use the clock on. I use the clock timer just to time how long it is. You just set a time for 40 minutes to do whatever I want to do. 40 minutes stops. I add 40 minutes there. But see what it's going to do is it's going to add. If you do 30 minutes here, it's going to add it here. It's going to add to the graph. I really like tracking my metrics if possible. And then also I like to see, obviously, how these are going. I added these trend lines to see, okay, so it looks like for trend line for content, my content time is going up, but it looks like my comments are going up too, but it looks like my outreach not as high. So, that's something I really need to work on. All right, if you want that spreadsheet, feel free to reach out to me. The next thing you're going to want to do is, so that rule 300, who am I going to reach out to? Who am I going to follow? Who am I going to, or whatever. So you're going to want to find your ICP, your ideal customer profile, or who you want your audience to be, basically. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find people that are in your audience. And I mean, the first thing, look, let's just say we're looking for SaaS, right? So you just type in SaaS and just see who's posting about SaaS. You can narrow these down if you want to, but look, this guy, perfect. I build and buy internet companies with strong communities. He's probably a bunch of people are following him that care about turning my lessons into SaaS. See, exactly, stuff like that. So try to find these big accounts. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put these accounts right here, add remove to a list. I don't have this guy in a list, so I'm going to put him in a list right now. And you're going to want to put him in a list. And then you're going to want to buy premium. So that's just caveats, $8 a month. If you want to get more replies, just go ahead and buy it. But if you go to your premium account, you can go to what's called X Pro. And then you can just reply. You can set up one of these, I don't know what they're called, columns. And it's going to load. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to add your list, big accounts. And then what you're going to want to do is just go down this for 5-10 minutes. This is going to auto update for it, but once or twice a day, you're just going to go down once or twice a minute, or once or twice a day, for 10-15 minutes, 40 minutes even, and just write a reply. And you want to make the replies sensible, but also I found if you just reply, people will follow you, which is kind of crazy. Try to write about what your niche is. Try to engage and talk about that. But in the beginning, if you just talk, it's not a big deal. So that's the first thing. The other thing is you want to make a list, just like I showed you there, of people in your dream 100. So these are people that are attainable, that you want to work with, or that you want to grow around. You're going to want to make a list of those and then engage with those people as well. I have had in the last 2 weeks people with 10 to 15 or 10 to 15,000 and up to 100,000 people retweet me, or not retweet me, but like my post, respond to my post. So it's awesome. So you're going to want to follow, comment, engage with them, large and small accounts. Like I said, choose some large ones, choose some small ones, but you want to be engaging. And I want to show you this real quick. So if you're on premium, you're going to go to analytics. Look at this real quick. Look at engagements over the last 4 weeks. Look, 0 engagement, so you're not going to get any followers. Wow, what a surprise. But as soon as you start doing engagement, it's almost like these two lines contribute to each other. That's crazy. It's not that crazy. That's just life. Okay. Post 3 to 10 times a day. Honestly, it's not going to matter at the beginning. Just get used to posting on Twitter. Engage with people. And then the crucial part is DM people, talk to them, grow relationships, and see if you can help them out, especially if you're trying to sell a service or a SaaS. Just DM. Be like, hey, I'm building this. Wonder if you have anyone that you'd be interested in checking out. So that's how I grew to 135 followers on X in less than 2 weeks. If you enjoyed this, awesome. Peace.